Kia ora everyone. It seems extraordinary. A boat detained by police in Indonesia with 88 Sri Lankans on board who claimed they were on their way to seek asylum in New Zealand. 7,000 kilometres between them and here, much of it travelling along the Australian coastline. Where were they heading? They insist it was here. The Prime Minister insists it wasn't and says even if it was here, they ain't coming in. Is he right? Should the Sri Lankan boat people be allowed to come to New Zealand? Text yes or no to 3330, yes or no to 3330. Australia has, of course, been through all of this. They've built detention centres, taken people to Christmas Island, to Nauru. And in a nation of immigrants, including many refugees, their politicians have portrayed the boat people as a threat. The issue came to a head with the Tampa. It arrived in 2001, a Norwegian freighter carrying 438 Afghans rescued from a sinking fishing boat. Australia refused to take them. An international dispute broke out about where they would go. And New Zealand ended up taking 150. 10 years on, how are they? Jenny Harper went to meet the Nazari family to find out.
Abbas Nazari was late for school this morning. He was watching this interview on First Line.
It's my understanding we couldn't deport them.
Rachel Smalley talking to John Key about the situation off the Indonesian coast, where the Navy intercepted a boatload of 85 Sri Lankan asylum seekers, indicating their destination of choice was New Zealand.
And I can imagine what those people on the boat that have just been turned away feel like right now. I mean, they didn't know what was going to happen. They just risked it all, and now they've been pushed back, sent away, unwanted, outcasts.
A developing crisis which may not have grabbed the attention of other 16-year-olds. But then Abbas Nazari can relate to these desperate seafarers seeking refuge. He's been there, done that.
Turn them away when they come so close, it's just, it's just spitting on their faces. When you've been put in a boat, cast out in the ocean, deepest and the most scariest ocean in the world, and you come and you make your way hoping for a better life, and you're pushed away, Imagine what that's like. I had to live through that. It's not good.
Abbas Nazari was 6 years old when his family fled Afghanistan and hit the high seas to find a better place.
On the little fishing vessel made for, at the most 80 people, we crammed in a full 480 people in that boat, and we were in the Indian Ocean for 3 days under, 10-metre swells. It was scary. It was, I thought I was going to die. Everyone else, all the adults were praying for, for a saviour, for a miracle.
The miracle arrived. It was the Tampa, a Norwegian container ship. Abbas Nazari became a Tampa refugee. Denied entry to Australia, he and his family came here instead and haven't looked back. His mother, Goldasta, and father, Abdul, show me photographs of their other children, a daughter studying medicine at Otago University and 2 self-employed sons. Then there's Saki at aviation school and soon to graduate with a commercial pilot's licence.
Every time I think about, studying and stuff, I think about like the hardships that my dad had to go and my family had to go through to get us here.
Another brother, Ali, is a Canterbury soccer representative, and Abbas we first met 4 years ago when he came third in a nationwide spelling competition. He'd only been speaking and spelling English for 6 years.
Odyssey, that's a hard one.
So how does Abbas feel now about these people desperately seeking refuge, desperately seeking the kind of life he and his siblings now lead? Well, not surprisingly, he thinks our Prime Minister, our government, should let the boat people come here and not treat them like criminals.
The light in which he is painting these boat people, these refugees, is just so negative, as if, they're monsters, as if they're evil creatures about to come and invade New Zealand. And I think that is so wrong of him to depict people like me, people like my family and my friends, and all those other refugees in that light.
It's the biggest risk you can ever take because it's 50-50. You either live or you die. And many people have died throughout this journey. I remember after us, another boat came and they didn't survive. They all died.